All right, today I'm at 3606 N Place in Long Beach, Washington. For those of you who watched my live stream on the 6th, Randal Lofstrom, a good friend of mine, local contractor, he did some work on my house, built the house across the street. His house that he built here is for sale. And today we're going to talk with Randal a little bit about living in Long Beach, about his house, and we'll take a look outside. Let's go. Randal, great to see you.
Good to see you, Cody.
Thanks for doing this.
Over.
Thanks for watching the live stream this morning. We did your house last week.
Yes.
And you're kind of new to YouTube.
Yes.
And did you like it?
I loved it.
Well,
there's lots of informative information that everybody can use, especially with the interest rates kind of bouncing around a little bit. So
you know, they're all over the place. Interest rates alone are compelling enough for YouTube, but we like to add really unique properties. Randal, I've known you for what, 3 or 4 years, almost 5 years now?
Yeah.
You did some work on my house, local contractor. You've been in Long Beach for how long?
14 years.
Awesome. And how has it changed in 14 years?
Well, before the pandemic and through the pandemic, it just all of a sudden blew up, right? Long Beach kind of goes up and down, but now it's like everyone's figured out it's some of the most affordable oceanfront property in the country.
It's the last affordable beach on the West Coast.
Right, and there's a good hospital system here, good schools, and miles of beach with trails, and so there's lots of stuff here.
And you've done lots of builds in Long Beach, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this house that we're looking at now just hit the market 2 or 3 weeks ago, correct?
2 weeks ago, yes.
And it started out with just your shop, right? Is that what was here prior?
Yeah, just the shop. The house next door. This was 2 lots, and I decided that I was going to build a house on this lot.
Okay, and you finished construction on this house about a year ago, is that correct?
August of 2022.
Okay, well, it's beautiful. Not only is it a beautiful home, but it's a really unique lot. I'm looking out the window now. We're gonna get some good shots of the cranberry bogs that I believe are owned by Ocean Spray. Is that right?
No, they're owned by Steve Gray.
Okay.
And then he contracts out, as does everyone else here, to Ocean Spray.
So if drinking cranberry juice, maybe with some Tito's in it, just think those cranberries probably came from here. Let's go take a look around.
This house is completely full of foam. This is 5.5 inches in the walls and 12 inches in the ceilings, 5/8 sheetrock.
Wow. Which
is not even required by code here, but you know, I wanted that. And I built this as kind of a post and beam house. So this wall here, for instance, we built this on the slab and then lifted it up with a machine. And those are structural S4S posts there. This is a fir. And in there, and the fireplace, for instance, those are all pieces of wood that I had in my collection or friends donated. Some of these details, this is 100-year-old cedar gutter, and that's, you know, connected with Simpson to the concrete, but I wanted to use stuff I had so everything was a memory. And this is kind of how my wife and I live.
One of the charms of Long Beach is its history. You know, my home that I'm in down here is built in 1890. So this is a home that kind of carries in some of that history using some of these beams and wood that you had. And you know, when I bring up cookie cutter homes, a lot of times you see faux beams where it's just a regular 2x4 beam or whatever surrounded with like some foam or faux wood.
Absolutely. But that metal over there is from a job I did when I was working with Swinnerton in Seattle. So there's just little pieces and parts that if I'm in a production building situation, I'm doing exactly what the prints say, and I'm one of 14 guys that has to do everything the same way each time. So
it really comes through in this home, Randal. When we were moving down here and when people are moving down to Long Beach, they want something unique, something that's different than what they are used to where they live in the city. So having some home with character really, I think, is going to give this home a lot of longevity. Okay, Randal, being a contractor friend of mine, on the live stream, we get a lot of questions and a lot of comments about remodeling kitchens. This kitchen definitely stands out. What kind of goes through the process of tile selection, counter selection, two-tone cabinets? Kind of talk me through that.
Well, it's funny you mention that because it's the reason we sold the house next door. My wife wanted me to update the kitchen. And I'm like, honey, I can build a house in the time I can remodel a kitchen. So, not really true, but anyway, this kitchen started with this. There's some tile that we got from an artist that's up the peninsula. The last house we built, it didn't really match the color of the cabinets. So this time we're trying to match the color of the garlic tiles with the cabinets, and we like the idea of two-tone. And actually in this kitchen we got three tones, because now I'm into my blue stage, and I don't know how we came up with that, but getting more and more interested in blues. And then this vertical backsplash, we saw that on a tile show on YouTube, and I was like, that's kind of catchy.
Now, Randal, I know going up here, this is a beautiful loft, but one of the coolest things are these windows. And tell me a little bit about these windows.
Well, I love bullet windows. They're in a lot of my houses, but if you look here with the staircase, I had to have my headroom because we're coming up inside a story and a half. So, and this was a place to put the staircase. So I did this so I could get some room and make a nice detail and get the all-day sun in. And everybody likes it, and we love it. And it wasn't that expensive or hard to do.
All right, Randal, so we're up in the loft sitting on this really cool vintage couch. Tell me a little bit about the loft.
This loft was always in the works. And I worked with the building inspectors. I've got a recept over there and a heater there. Right behind us are two bullet windows, but it's already pre-framed in case we had to put an egress window in it. So if someone wanted to make this into another bedroom, they could, but we love this space just like it is. Right here is a big closet. Tracy has all her sewing stuff. She makes beautiful quilts and for the various grandkids. And then that knee brace over there, which will probably go by, was something we found at that place, Earthwise in Aberdeen. So I got the paint off it and restained it, but you can sit right there at the desk and be looking out at the Bear Mountains.
It's beautiful.
And we got flex space, so when the grandkids are all here, you know, they can. We got a king size mattress that we blow up, and
so it's a 2-bedroom house, but it'd be very easy to use the loft as a sleeping area.
No. Between that and the mother-in-law outside, we've had both families, grandkids, and guests, and we've had 12, 14 people here, and found a place for them. So it works really well.
Well, Randal, we're in your backyard. It is awesome. We've been over here at night and you get the fire pit going, and you got the she shed and the sauna. A couple of things that are in the listing you can see on Zillow. One thing we haven't walked through yet is tell me about your ADU.
Well, I built that, 7, 8 years ago now. So there was a space I was trying to reclaim. So we poured new concrete and just made it so we had an extra room for people that would come and visit, or possible ADU, or, you know, often as not, we had the kids, when they come visit with the grandkids, they'd take over one of those spaces, and friends that come to visit. But it's 410 square feet, and it's got a curbless shower in there, so it could be, you know, it could serve a lot of different kinds of purposes.
Now, one of the questions we get a lot about Long Beach is, can the home be used for short-term rental? And there's a lot of gray area there. Can your ADU or your entire house, can that be used as a short-term rental? You know?
I think so. You'd have to talk to the county. but that is 410 square feet, and this property is R3. So it's like it's commercial. So
And for the
it
people that
gives
don't
you,
know, tell us what R3 means.
R3 means it can be many different uses. It's not like in Seaview proper across the street, even though there are, vacation rentals in there, they're not really allowed by the zoning. That's all R1. So it just means one single family residence, where this is R3. So this is actually commercial. And we are on city sewer and water.
Very important.
Yep.
Well, great. Well, this home isn't going to last. And I really have enjoyed getting to know you over the years, and the help you've done with my house and everything from building on the addition to help me clean up my gutters the other weekend. So I appreciate it, Randal.
That was him on the ladder.
Everyone, you can check out this listing on Zillow. It's Sherry
Grocott, Lighthouse Realty.
I'll make sure her info is in the description. Sherry's been a long time real estate agent here in Long Beach. I don't even know how long, but she could tell you all the answers to all your questions. All right, everybody. Check out our live stream on Saturdays at 9 a.m. If you go back to July 6th's stream, we did Randal's house. We broke out mortgage options on it. So make sure you check that out. Like, subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can do something really special. All right, guys. See you next time.